pleased to be here. All right, let me tell you a little bit about Mary Soukup. Mary now lives at MPTF's long-term care unit in Woodland Hills, but she is originally a Boston girl. She's right there. Now, I know that you're never supposed to tell a lady's age, but Mary has promised that it is okay to tell you all now that she is 94 years young. Although, if any of her friends ask, just tell them that she's 93, okay? She also wants you to know that she has 7 children, 18 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. But what Mary does not know is that just last week, she saved a life. Not metaphorically, not spiritually, but actually, literally, like Wonder Woman in a wheelchair. She saved a human life. Without even realizing it, Mary became somebody's real-life hero. She made a difference, all by following an impulse that has guided her entire life, the drive to help those around her, the seemingly reflexive compulsion to put others before herself. And because of that, someone who might not have had a chance does. To understand why, you have to understand Mary. Mary's has been a life spent in the service of those in need. She came of age in the era of Franklin Roosevelt, when notions of public service were permeating and transforming the American consciousness. In the shadow of war, in a time when many women still abstained from higher education, Mary left home for the University of Chicago, where she received her master's degree in social work in 1951. Mary worked as a social worker for her entire professional life. In the trenches for over 7 decades, she still managed to find the time to fall in love, meeting and marrying her very extraordinary husband, Vincent, who worked at CBS here in Los Angeles for over 25 years in AMPTP contract services. Now, as Vincent always told it, he never saw the generous Mary ever take anything from anyone, except, that is, for his heart. But of all of her many achievements, Mary will tell you that none makes her prouder than the family that she and Vincent built together. A family as dedicated to public service as their mother. Her daughters, Patricia and Terry, both taught in public schools for over 25 years. Her other daughter, Jean, is an RN at the Los Angeles County Department of Health. And her sons, Joseph, John, and Robert, followed in their father's footsteps, and they work at CBS. John, the VP of Finance for CBS Entertainment, and Bob, who is with Local 724 at CBS's Studio Center Supply Station. Her eldest son, Joe, even became the senior VP and general manager of the CBS Radford lot. Now, in 2006, the family applied for Mary to take up residency at the MPTF assisted care facility, and shortly after, she moved into the Stark Villa. She lived there for 6 years until October 2012, when, in need of rehabilitation services, she moved into their long-term care facility. To hear her family tell it, the services and care provided both at the Stark Villa and in the long-term care unit have been nothing short of life-saving. This is where Mary's living legacy began to take shape. Her son, Joe, now fully acquainted with MPTF and the extraordinary services it provided Mary, he got involved with the organization. And as his mom, or Haley Joel Osment, would say, he paid it forward. While Mary was first getting her bearings in Calabasas, Dr. Dennis Green and Lorraine Bonanno were in the nascent stages of creating the Health Wheels program for MPTF. Aware that the unique demands of a career in the entertainment industry often forced proper medical care to be postponed or even sacrificed completely, Dr. Green and Ms. Bonanno decided something needed to be done. Health Wheels was born of that determination. A mobile health program from MPTF with care from UCLA health physicians that delivers healthcare services directly to people where they work. If you step onto the Health Wheels trailer, you will find a 33-foot, fully functional and professional mobile health center. From physicals to well-woman exams, flu shots to blood pressure checks, and vision and hearing checks, the Health Wheels trailer is basically the mobile medical equivalent of Air Force One, presided over by Dr. Laura Meisel. And that is where Mary's son Joe came in. Joe immediately recognized the benefits of the program, and he became its biggest advocate, fighting to bring Health Wheels to CBS Radford. Now, change is never easy, and not everyone immediately understood how it would work, or if it could work, for that matter. But Joe is his mother's son, and he refused to miss the opportunity to help make an impact on the lives of his coworkers at CBS, coworkers that Joe lovingly describes as his extended family. The effect at Radford and its studios across the industry has been felt by so many, including one patient who, just within these last 2 weeks, visited Health Wheels complaining of urinary pains. It's a minor nuisance that he surely would not have looked further into if not for the convenience of this program. And it now appears that the preventative care provided by the program caught the early stages of prostate cancer, at a point where the patient can be treated safely and with an overwhelming likelihood of a full recovery. This success story is one of many that collectively represent bricks in a path that lead from Dr. Meisel to Dr. Green and Lorraine Bonanno to Joe Soukup and, ultimately, straight to Mary, whose example and love and determination shaped 3 generations of family and helped save the life of a man who she will never meet, but who owes her everything. As a little girl, Mary would have heard President Roosevelt tell a downtrodden nation, "We have always held to the hope, the belief, the conviction that there is a better life, a better world beyond the horizon." Mary, for the better part of 9 decades, has helped craft that better world, and she has helped us and the people she has touched inch closer toward that permanent horizon. Not bad for a regular girl from Boston with the humble aspiration to affect the lives of those around her for the better. Mission accomplished, Mary. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Mary and her service-minded family, so let's give them a hand.